All right, we'll do one more. It's got to be an easy question, though.
No problem. Good afternoon, Senator. My name is Keenan Glover. I'm an Administration of Justice major from Rochester, New York.
Okay.
A freshman as well. You say you want to provide a government that leaves us alone. Quite frankly, I don't want that. I want a government that is going to help me. I want a government that will help me fund my college education. I want a government that won't define me by my fast food nor by my family's income. I'm a dollar sign with a heartbeat in this nation. This society is mirrored image of Capitol Hill. Do you, Senator Rand Paul, have a formulated solution to come up with new American values so that the citizens of this nation have a worth of more than dead presidents and Ben Franklin?
I think what I would say when we go back to that I want a government that leaves you alone, the main reason I say that, and we can disagree, but probably we're going to end up disagreeing. But what I would say is that the reason I say leaves me alone is the gentleman just stood up and people gave him a hard time, and probably most people here are not followers of Louis Farrakhan. But in America, you can live and be a follower of Louis Farrakhan if we leave you alone, and we ought to. And so we don't have to all agree on every issue. So, I think there are a lot of issues where we are all going to not agree on. But if we have a government that doesn't get involved in every issue, a government that kind of leaves you alone, doesn't mean no government, doesn't mean government's not involved in education. For example, one of the things I often say is, it's not that I believe in no government. I believe in a government that spends what comes in. And that's not that unreasonable. We bring in $2.6 trillion a year in money, but we're spending $3.8 trillion. So even though I think your education is important and maybe you have a student loan from the government, I'm not for borrowing it from China. I'm for figuring out how we get it out of the $2.6 trillion that comes in every year, because I think if we borrow it from China, we're going to give you a student loan, you're going to graduate from Howard, you're going to have $60,000 in debt, and then you got no job. Because we borrowed so much money from China that we're ruining the economy. So it is beyond, we have to think beyond sometimes the immediate effects of, yeah, I want my student loan. And I'm not saying I'm against the student loans. I'm saying we have to be careful that if we give everybody in the country unlimited student loans and everybody goes to college, and that the country becomes so indebted that there are no jobs, have we done you a service? So everything it's a balancing act of trying to figure it out. And you and I may not completely agree, but I think leave me alone is a good mantra for government, because government has to be involved in certain things, but there are many things we can leave government out of.